Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Friday Game Plan. I am Dan Cook alongside Jordon Semien and Devan Cooley. Amos Hollandhead is still recovering from the Vegas trip, so he will not be here today.
We will all miss him. Happy for Vegas.
Yeah. So it's just going to be us here today. And Jordan, if you'll get us kicked off for the day, we'll go ahead and get started right here.
Yeah, man, let's get into this. We are starting 4 down. So this is debating the top 4 stories in sports. Number 1 on the dock today, gentlemen. We're going to keep with the trend that in 2 weeks we have this thing called the NFL draft coming up. So in a couple months we'll be back to training camp, and before you know it, we'll be in the worst thing in NFL history. Preseason. I hate me some preseason.
Now every dog wants to be a dog.
I hate preseason football, but before we get to that, we're going to talk about some key free agents that are still on the block, and that are still out there. Like, for one, we all know Dwight Freeney is still a free agent.
Yeah,
why?
I don't understand why he's still a free agent myself, unless there's some kind of maybe people are making him offers, but maybe his agents, raising the price too high. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Not sure.
also listed is linebacker for Miami Dolphins, Carlos Dansby, he's not.
I think he's pretty good, though.
However, in a 3-4 technique, he should be okay.
He's pretty young. He moves well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like him.
Wait, there is a big name. As soon as I can scroll down and find him, that is still a free agent. I'm like, what in God's name? Wait. I remember. Isn't Woodley? Not Woodley. Used to be linebacker for the Steelers.
Oh.
Got just recently released.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
James Harrison.
There it
That's
is.
him.
Really, dirtiest
Harrison?
player ever?
Yeah, I know.
Supposedly? Yeah, I don't know.
He's pretty. Yeah. I'm surprised the Ravens haven't snatched him up.
Actually, I give you credit on that. That's the first thing I was thinking. Like, why not them? Let's look at this real quick. Let's go to your team, Dan. Let's go Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Let's look at your free agents. Jonathan Abraham's still a free agent.
Yeah, you know what? Right now, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm thinking that they'll sign him, but I think they've actually cut him, right?
Yes, they cut.
Yeah, they cut him. So I think what might happen is if nobody picks him up, they'll pick him back up, but for a lower price.
Point.
So, and also, let's not forget that even though we did lose Grimes, we did sign other secondary players that are vital.
The big ones right now, of course, sticking out is you got Tony Gonzalez to come back.
Yep.
And of course, you got Steven Jackson.
Yep.
You got Steven Jackson from the Rams.
I think he's an upgrade right now.
From the Giants. I'm not crazy about Osei, but I'm not going to say it won't help.
I think he'll definitely help because of the simple fact that
I just think
he's younger.
When JPP got there, he kind of got exposed as secondary. Secondary defender.
Here's the thing: when you get like some guys like that, or even linebackers that come in, and you have several good players.
Yeah.
So even if you got Ray Lewis, you bring in what are the other linebackers? What's his name? Suggs.
Yeah.
With Ray Lewis by himself, he's going to have like 130 tackles, whatever.
Yes.
But you bring in Suggs, it spreads that.
Yes.
So that's all it's doing. So I think OC will be good with the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to help shore up he's going to be the other bookend that we need to get that pressure on the quarterback, which is one problem we had is passing yards on defense. Gave up a lot of passing yards, and that's 2 reasons: no pass rush and secondary.
Yeah. How you beat teams in the NFL? 1, protect your quarterback. 2, make the other team's quarterback as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah. Make him go to sleep.
Now we all know my team is New Orleans. However, I have multiple teams, including the one I think may be a favorite to at least get to the Super Bowl. May not win, but get to it. The Houston Texans. All they really needed was a secondary. I think they went out and got that with Ed Reed.
I think that was a very, very solid pickup.
No doubt.
I'm not going to say AFC favorites. However, I mean, they're very...
It improved them. It's an improvement for sure.
Devin, give me a team. Just give me a team. Think of somebody.
Let's see. What about Denver? I know we talk about them a lot, but what do you think about them right now?
Give me a running game, and then I will call you
True.
AFC favorites.
True.
Well, I'll say this: give me healthy running backs. I mean, right? Last year, part of the problems with the running game was they were hurt.
I'm not sold on Marino. I'm not sold on McGahee. I'm not sold on either of them as being featured.
I agree.
No,
I agree.
but
I think
that's not their offense right now.
Right.
Their offense is
Their
passing.
offense is Peyton Manning first,
And-
and everything else way shot.
you have to be
wayside.
you
And
have
I
to be
think-
serviceable
And I think Marino and McGahee are good enough to do just
as long as they stay healthy.
They're good
Absolutely.
enough. No, they're not a
Yeah.
top 5 rushing team.
Not
You're
at
not
all.
That's
injured.
what they're gonna be anyway.
You don't have
Right,
injured
I agree with you.
Peterson, so at least you don't fake like you do.
Yeah.
But my thing is, maybe who's on the market?
Do you know what one of the problems were for Denver
Oh, Mike
was for
Brown.
Denver last year?
What?
I mean, there weren't a lot, but
Of
one of
course.
the problems was third down,
Yes,
and Wes Welker's going to help that.
yes, definitely. I do have issue with them just letting Elvis Juneville go to the wayside.
That's weird. I just don't get that one.
Stupid.
That's like when Dallas
And
Mavericks
DJ
let Steve Nash contract run out. I mean, what are you thinking?
But let's look at this. Elvis Juneville and DJ Williams, your defensive end and linebacker, are both gone now.
Yeah. What's worse is that Dumerville went to the Ravens,
Have fun with that.
Another, yeah.
rival.
I will give them this. They went out and they got Dominique Rogers-Kamari from Philly. That's a bonus.
That is a bonus.
But here's the thing: you still have Champ, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. People are still going to pick on Champ. When's the last time you could say
He's
that?
getting old, man.
When was the last time you could say that about Champ Bailey? One more team I want to go out to because I have a feeling they're going to be good this year. I'm buying stock in Oakland. I am buying some stock in the Oakland Raiders.
Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I think they'll be better. I don't know if they'll be playoff contender better,
No.
but I think they will be better.
I'll
They
say-
might win 8-9 games.
I'll say maybe wild card, but most likely I will give them a 9-win season because just you look at the division they're in, AFC West.
Yeah.
Of course, you count the Broncos as 2 losses, but after that, who you have? The Chiefs
Nah.
and the Chargers. Chiefs are going to be better with Alex Smith. However, they're still the Chiefs.
I say at worst case scenario, best case scenario for the Raiders, they split one with the Chargers.
Yeah, I think so.
Best case.
Honestly,
So-
I'm not sold. I think Chargers are going to be not the bottom of the league. But
Maybe
they're
not.
going to be down there.
I still think they're better than the Raiders, though.
They have fallen pretty hard.
They have. They really have. Nate
I
Spence and
blame
Jackson.
North Turner.
And, oh, man. Oh, it's
I
just
blame
harsh.
North Turner. Okay, moving on a little. So it's now final, and I would like to say I got it right. Louisville won the championship. Louisville won men's championship.
After how many changes to
Was
your
that-
bracket did you get it right?
Was that your original pick?
No,
I didn't think so.
my
But
original pick was
I
Miami.
have, but I have a witness here.
I will
I
say
had-
You
this.
picked.
I had Michigan in the Final
picked
Four.
Michigan.
Yeah.
in the
I did have them in the Final Four.
I will
I
say
will give
this.
you that.
Guess what? My girlfriend picked Louisville.
No, she did not.
Take that.
Like in the beginning? Wow. Well, I
That's
mean, I
awful.
figured they would be in at least the,
cool,
Elite Eight.
It's Louisville.
I just didn't have them making it
I
to
think the way-
the
I
final.
think-
I was surprised. I was like,
Now
great,
we had
good for you.
the debate that I said Team of Destiny. After a while, they just seemed like a Team of Destiny.
Well-
and
After
you
the
said
dude broke
team
his leg and they
game,
won that game. There's
and you
I was
said
like, you can't beat 'em.
They're for a number 1 seed. And they're still number 1 seed. My thing is, they were playing like a 5 seed majority of the time.
Well, yeah, they struggled through the first part of the tournament for sure.
So-
But they always found a way, and that's what a championship team will do. They'll find a way to win.
People always say,
So-
Rick Pitino's coaching philosophy is finish strong.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
say, well, that's a bad philosophy to have. No, it's not, because
Here's
it
my
goes
thing.
both ways.
Don't get me wrong. If you can get out to a lead to begin with, you obviously
That's
want to do
fine.
that. But
So you still got to finish strong.
the score only matters when it hits all zeros. That's all that matters.
True.
So, but as far as the draft, real quick, I know you're talking about that. I am still not sold on Geno Smith. I don't know what Todd McShay is smoking, or Mel Kiper. They are constantly having him placed in the top 5. And McShay yesterday said the reason he said he's doing that is he's thinking that they're going to draft him and use him for trade bait. Yeah, to get something else. But I'm like, if you're drafting that high, couldn't you just draft the person you wanted to begin with?
Ding.
Yeah. that is a very, very strange
Right.
way to think
Scout
about it.
Inc. Has him listed as the 20th overall prospect.
and that's being courteous. I think he's a second round pick, maybe top 10 in the second round, maybe bottom 3 in the first.
I
Let's see.
think depending on the team he goes to, he could probably come in first season. I'm not saying RG3 season.
No.
But he's going to be pretty good.
Now here's check this out.
Depending on what team he goes to.
What if he ended up going to a, they used him as trade bait, but they ended up trading him to a team who already has that type of offense established, like Washington. He ends up being the backup to RG3. So let's say RG3's knee isn't 100% or whatever, start the season.
They're going to be okay.
And who is their backup at that point?
And then you got Geno Smith as the backup.
That is pretty.
That's pretty good. That's pretty smart.
It depends on salary
Right.
wise what he's looking for.
Well, and that's my thing. When you go in the first round, you're already supposed to be getting a certain amount of salary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you go top 5, you're thinking you should be getting even more.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of factors there. And
What are they picking overall?
Who?
The Redskins.
what's the Redskins?
Let me see. Where'd you go? Where are you, little draft thingy? You stupid draft thingy.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I lost mine too. So.
Oh, damn it, save us, quick.
I know, right? I think they're like
where
number
is-
29.
Here it is, draft order. It was staring me in the face.
So what do they have as a first pick?
Who needs Washington, correct?
Yeah, Redskins.
Washington. They do not pick in the first round.
Okay, so there you go.
St. Louis, the trade that gave them RG3. St. Louis is now benefiting from that because Washington would have been picking at 22. Now it's St. Louis's pick.
See, there you go. And now listen to this though.
They'll pick 16th and 22nd. So I would think they might look at trading one of those.
Right, exactly.
That close together.
Trying to move up. Yeah. And I mean, because who's the backup at Washington right now? And the fact that you got to think about it.
Was it?
It was Matt Flynn, but now Matt Flynn is with the Raiders.
They have nobody,
Highest paid
basically.
backup in the NFL.
I believe they have like a third, or they have like a practice team quarterback as a backup. So, and then you got
I was gonna
RG3,
tell
which
everybody
again,
this,
I
but-
wish RG3 the best, but I just don't know if he'll come back 100%. And you can't risk it. You can't
I
risk
wanted
it.
to so bad.
Right, you
That
can't
would
risk
be
it though. You got to
I
get
wasn't going to
something.
tell anybody this, but I'm the third string quarterback for the Washingtons. Washington
Oh,
Redskins.
okay. So you just live here in the off season.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you send him a tape like Uncle Rico?
And before we, I know we're getting ready to move on,
Everyone
but
watching Napoleon Dynamite
just
now.
real quick here,
watch
I want to ask you guys something.
man.
One of the things that keeps popping up for the Atlanta Falcons is
Who?
at number 30, first round, Notre Dame's tight end.
Oh.
Why?
Wait.
If anything in the first round, wouldn't you think it would be a defensive line or a defensive back for the Falcons?
This is a tight. This is
And
a
you
tight
have
end
Tony Gonzalez.
This is a tight end offensive, not tight end, offensive line, defensive line, heavy draft.
Right.
Yeah.
Where in God's name was a tight end coming from?
That is
I'm
weird.
telling you,
Okay, where's
Tyler Eifert from Notre Dame.
Now
Let me
he
check
is
this.
quite
He is good.
Now, but here's one way to look at it.
Man.
You have Hernandez for a little bit longer, right?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, at least for another year.
All those Hispanic names.
No,
Yeah,
I
so
know,
you
right?
have him for a little bit. That
Damn it, you
don't have
racist.
much more time.
No, I agree.
And as a mentor,
No.
But see, that's my thing, though. I don't personally.
but it is,
I
it
don't,
is tough to give up first round.
unless you're a total diamond in the rough, unless you are a Tony Gonzalez caliber player,
Yeah.
I don't draft a tight end in the first round.
This
Yeah.
him?
They would
Ever.
have to be just insane.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay,
but I wouldn't.
6'5.5", 250.
Runs a 4.7.
4'7".
But see, that's like drafting a kicker in the first round.
9 1/8 hand size, so that's pretty big hands.
Yeah,
but I in this draft, I'm not taking
no.
skill positions
I
in
think
the first
he would be,
I think
he
round.
should be a second round pick.
Right,
Just
right.
in the kind of draft.
Well,
But
and Atlanta has
very,
4 extra
very
picks
good.
that they awarded them
Yeah.
for supplemental
Okay.
for this draft. So Atlanta has a total, I think, of like 7 or 8 picks overall. So that's,
Yeah.
it's not bad considering, like
Can I say-
2 years ago we gave up everything for Julio Jones, which was great, a smart deal, by the
Can I
way.
say
It
this?
worked out for
Even
him.
as an LSU fan, I realize how great D. Milner is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to see. I don't know why. I just feel like he would do well in Detroit. I don't know why.
They could use him.
Yeah.
I just feel
It's an
like
interesting-
Detroit would
yeah.
be very good for him. He's
Talking about
looking
Cleveland
at
on
going
mine.
full. He's looking at. They say he's the fourth best prospect. So if we go by that, he would be going to Philadelphia, and we went number for number.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got him as going to Cleveland, according to this mock draft over here. But
Waste. Detroit, you are sitting there at 5. If he is not taken, take him.
I don't know.
Take him and run. All right,
It would be hard to pass him up.
Yeah.
Moving along. We're gonna do like a split topic right now. I'm in on both sides of it, but this is gonna be interesting. For me and Devin, it's the end of the NHL season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
For me and Dan, end of the NBA season coming up.
Yeah.
Who are our favorites? We'll start with NBA.
What favorites for to win it all?
Yeah. Give me one favorite from both Give me predictions from both conferences.
I'll tell you what. Eastern Conference Finals. Miami's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost without question.
Don't you say New York. Don't you say New York.
Dude, I mean, seriously, who else is there?
Indiana. I will give Indiana a better chance.
I'm going to tell you right now, New York has beaten Miami 3 times this year already.
Sometimes with a shorthanded Miami.
Right. But still, and Indiana's fine. But guess what? What happens when that hardcore defense doesn't really do what you need it to do? They don't have the firepower to come back.
They really don't.
So that's why I think it'll be ultimately
Especially
New
if
York
they're
in
gonna
a
go
series.
up against either New York or
Right.
Miami.
I think they
for
could
a
beat New
series.
York.
I think it'll be a
I
series.
think in 7 games, I think in 6
Right.
they can beat New York.
Right. Well, I just say, Miami and New York is what I say in the East. But in the West, honestly, right now, with basically almost like the Spurs are hobbling into the playoffs right now.
Yes.
I'm not sold that they might. Hey, look, they even said it on ESPN last night. If they go in there still hurt, the Lakers might have a chance to pull an upset. And if that happens, definitely I'd say Oklahoma. And I really don't know.
Who else is in the West, though?
The Clippers? No. I don't see the Clippers getting past the second round.
I respect the Clippers. I just think Vinny Del Negro is not the best coach.
I don't see the Clippers getting past the second round because they have no half-court offense.
They really don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Now,
but if the Lakers can, let me put it this way: if the Lakers pull an upset in the first round, that'll be scary. Yeah, and they're getting healthy. Going at that point, hey, that could be scary, man.
Weirder things have happened,
And that's they have to make it first, of course.
Yeah.
As of right now, they're in, but
Of
still.
course. Right now, looking at the standings in playoffs start today. If we're going seeding, Miami will be playing Milwaukee in the first round.
That's easy.
Oklahoma City will be playing LA. That's a win for Oklahoma City.
You know what?
some
That might be
right
strategy by the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh,
Let
boy.
Oklahoma City. No, seriously, let Oklahoma
boy,
City.
Lakers.
Let
Avoid
OKC
the Lakers.
win.
We'll take Houston.
Thought.
Exactly.
Okay, see, you can have Lakers.
Right?
We'll take Houston.
That is a thought.
Yeah, that's smart because Popovich thinks stuff like that, man.
I want to put it past him. Why? Because it's Greg Popovich. Dude's a freaking genius.
Dude.
That is a thought.
I think he might be doing that on purpose.
Do they want to play LA first round?
No.
Probably not.
No, probably
I wouldn't
not.
wanna play.
Why? Because they probably couldn't keep up with him. How?
And LA has nothing to
Oklahoma.
lose.
Oklahoma, LA. Who wins?
Oklahoma.
How many games?
Yeah,
6.
they're young.
I'm saying 4.
Fast.
I'm sorry. I don't think LA has a chance against Oklahoma City.
I think
I do.
one.
Especially
Depends on if everybody gets healthy in time.
I see them winning 2 home games. With the format that they have in the NBA right now.
One away. I think they can still.
How is it?
I think
the
it's
NBA the format runs? I can't remember.
One plays 8, 2 plays 7.
No.
For a 7-game series, is it 2-3-2?
No,
Or
not
is it
anymore. No.
It's 2.
Is it?
2-2.
It's 2-3-2 in the finals.
Yeah. Everything up until the finals is 2 at home, 2 away, then 1 home, 1 away.
Oh,
1
Right.
Okay.
Right. And with that
That's
format,
strange that at the end it switches. But
Yes.
yeah, in that
I hate
format,
that. It's like just leave it alone.
but with the way it is though, I think LA can pull out 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they will.
I think
I'm saying they
would get at
can.
least one at home.
Right. Exactly.
Devin, you and me, my friend. Who we like? Who we like in the Eastern Conference? I'm riding Pittsburgh right now. It's like I believe
It's hard not to, but when
I
is
would-
Crosby going to be back? And
That's the point.
When he comes back, is he going to be 100%, or are they going to screw that up?
Now I will never count out either Boston, Washington, or New York. But
Washington
I'm trying to
is
think who.
bad.
I'm trying to figure out who would have the best chance at upsetting Pittsburgh. I'm not sure at this point.
New York has all the weapons you could possibly ask for.
It just
It just hasn't worked out.
you got to click.
Could it work out? Yes. They
Yes.
have every weapon you could want. They've got depth. They've got goaltending. They've got some defense.
You got one of the best
They have
goaltenders in
everything.
the league, so
it just
you
hasn't
have
worked out,
everything
and that's
built.
I think that's just a New York thing. The Yankees, they pay all these players so much, and it just doesn't quite work out.
No, I agree.
All the time.
I
Some
agree.
years it does.
Well,
Some years it
I hate
doesn't.
that about the Yankees, man. I hate that.
And that's
That we
the
buy
same thing.
every
The
good
Rangers
player.
and the Yankees
Well, you might as well
have
just go out
always
and
been
like
that way.
outbid somebody for the trophy itself. I'll just buy the trophy.
We should. If anybody in the Yankees organization ever watches this, just do that now.
Here's an
God,
idea.
save everybody some time.
Here's an idea: salary cap.
No, I don't want salary cap in any sport.
No, it
I want to
needs
get rid of it in
needs
any
Dude, in
every-
baseball,
You've gotta have
baseball
it.
needs that, dude.
No.
Because
It's
you know what
perfect.
happens?
Look at the Dodgers and the Angels. This is perfect.
Dude, if it wasn't for the injuries, it would almost be a lock, maybe 4-1 odds for the Yankees to win it all,
No way.
just because of the money
I'm
they
a
spend.
I'm a Yankees
Well,
fan. Even with the team we have this year,
Here's-
if everybody was
yeah.
healthy.
The
hell no.
reason-
And I'm talking about year in, year out, not just in 1 year. I'm talking about year in, year out. Not 7 times out of 10, the
Now, I'm
team
not
with
saying
the
money
that
directly
spends the most
correlates
money.
to championships, but it don't hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
It's big. Now,
I-
without a salary cap, what you get is you would have every single year the 2002 Red Wings, where they went out and they had Yzerman and Fedorov and Shanahan and Lidstrom, and then they were like, hey, let's go out and get 2 future Hall of Fame players, trade for a goalie
Thank you.
that's a Hall of Fame
Thank
player.
you.
Yeah.
And there, with no salary cap, it was like, okay, they just bought a cup. And
I'm
it
okay
was
with that.
legal back then. No.
I'm okay with that.
Was there a
Because
ball
then-
in the cup?
Because
I'm
if you
okay with
don't
that.
have- But see,
I would
then-
like to see. I would like to see the experiment of it in the NFL. Let's
But then only
experiment with
teams
it in
like
the NFL.
New York, of whichever New York team or whatever. You're
Now,
only,
just because you're
only
in a
your
big
biggest
market
city
doesn't mean
teams
that. Just
are
because
gonna
you're in a big market doesn't mean you're gonna have the all. You're gonna have
generally
the
it means
money.
You have the most money,
You're gonna have the money, but
and you're
it
gonna
depends
have
on
the
the
market
team.
to pull people in.
Right,
depends
and
on the
that's what
team.
brings the
Like,
money.
do you want to go to Jets? It's still gonna be. Do you want to go to the Jets? It doesn't matter how much money they're
You
throwing
pick
at
the
you.
Well,
Do you want to go to the Jets
Again,
or the Jets?
honestly though, my thing
I
is,
go to Houston.
here's my hang up about the Jets. First of all, they just built a new stadium. Why didn't one of the teams keep the old one? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't like it that both of those teams have to share a stadium. You got
It is
as
weird.
much money as they can, bring in up there.
It's overcrowding. you know?
Right. Just you could build another stadium.
Yo,
they just built the Nets stadium in Brooklyn. There's no space. I don't know where they found space for it because like I said, I used to live in Newark, New Jersey, so
and Jay-Z, they find space.
I mean, you could build a stadium on top of a stadium. I don't know.
Real quick. I got this update on SportsCenter. I think his name is Tian Long Guan. Finishes +4 through 36 holes.
Is that the
And-
14-year-old?
Yes.
Wow.
If the cut line holds at +4, he will be the youngest player ever to make a PGA Tour cut.
Wow.
That's big.
That's
Crazy.
for the men. Yeah.
Devin, real quick, in the West, who we looking at? Not named Chicago. I'm buying stock in Detroit.
Ooh.
I'm buying stock in
If
Detroit.
they even make it. Here's the
If
thing
they
with
make
Detroit.
it, I will buy stock.
They can beat anybody.
Yes,
Will they beat anybody at all? I don't
that's
know.
the question. I'm.
That's the way I feel about the Lakers. They can.
It is.
Will it
actually,
happen?
Is actually similar.
Right.
They
Very
they have certain players that are good enough to get them through anything.
Right.
Are they gonna do it?
Right.
That's
yeah.
the question.
I understand that.
I'm also buying stock. Growing up as a kid, the Ducks. I'm buying Ducks.
You know what?
The Ducks are interesting.
Chicago's always been my team, but I kind of adopted the Ducks.
I am mad as heck though for one reason. I hate the new unis. I miss
Go
my
back to the
throwback.
purple. Go back. To
I
the
miss
purple.
my throwback. I
Wait
Wait
miss
a
my
minute.
Bombay
What do the new ones look like?
I miss my Bombay
I haven't seen the new ones.
Oh,
Actually, you know
get
what?
rid of
You know what I
them.
like? I like the originals with the duck mask.
That's the one we're
Yeah.
talking about. Look,
Yeah, because I actually had a shirt and
It's
a
the
hat
new
because when
logo.
I was stationed in California.
This is a new logo.
What the heck is that?
Like, what the?
What
You're
is
killing
that?
me. You're
Yeah.
killing me so hard.
That's ridiculous.
Damn, you got the full jerk. Do you have the
That looks
full
like a
jersey?
Yeah.
With an Anaheim bat. With an Anaheim Batman.
What are they? The Darkwing Ducks?
Just about.
I hate it though. I miss my glory days.
Ta-da.
Everybody look at.
All right.
Everybody
You know what?
look at the.
The colors are fine. I don't have a problem with the
I
colors.
hate the colors. I hate
No,
everything.
no, no, no.
about
For what it is. But to me, it doesn't say ducks.
No.
It doesn't.
You know what says ducks?
Now, okay, Duck
The-
Dynasty. No.
Nah, not that. Let's not go there.
Camouflage beards.
Right,
We're
right.
not doing camo. However, you know what says duck to me? The original uniform.
The original mask, man. The mask
Yes.
that made the face of the duck, man.
The cartoon. The Disney
crossed hockey
movies.
sticks, man. Come on, dude.
God, I miss those.
This
like,
right
so
here, that jersey. Okay, it's ugly and terrible.
Right.
That is one of the hardest to find because it's so bad. But it's
I mean,
epic.
It wasn't
It's
used often.
terrible.
much. I
Yeah.
miss it.
And I like the
I miss
teal
the-
with the purple.
Yes.
That was popular ever since the Hornets first came in the league.
Yes.
It's right there.
There it
That's
is.
my jersey,
right
the
there.
purple one. The purple.
Yeah.
That was my jersey.
I
back
had
in
the shirt.
day.
I had a purple shirt with that logo, and I had a Ducks
I
hat.
wanted.
I bought it as soon as I got to California.
I wanted that so bad.
I mean, I don't
But
know,
now
man.
you know
Good
you
stuff.
just kill. Now you just.
But I think if anything, this right here is bad.
I can
That's
dig that.
hard.
I
That's
can dig
my
that.
heart and
The
soul
original
right
That's from the-
Ducks movie.
that's from the
That is
movie,
my
yeah,
heart
yeah.
and soul right there. I
That's
love
from the
that.
movie, dude.
For it.
That is history right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And get Estevez on the back.
Why not?
Oh,
have a
Give me my
throwback
mom
night,
back.
bring all the stars out there on the.
I'm saying, dude.
Give me-
Emilio
I
Estevez.
got
hey,
chills. I got
if he could
chills.
pull a miracle in a movie, maybe if we get him on the bench, he doesn't have to coach. You know,
You know,
just have
just
the
get out
presence there.
Get out, put him out there with a uniform. Let him use the stick to hit the wall. You know, to cheer on the guys.
Yes, let's just do that. Oh, dear God, we digress so much.
Yeah. What's
we're gonna-
next?
We're gonna go into some real quick UM athletics news. First off, the women's soccer team has a new head coach. Name is Jim. No, wait. Jim Herlihy is not the head coach.
No,
I
that's
believe-
Also, he was
I believe the man's last name is Hampton. But
Jeremy Hampton.
There you go.
He was our interim head coach, but now he's the full head coach.
okay.
So
Well, congratulations to him.
Nobody knew, but we kept him. Cool.
No, that's awesome. I mean, because sometimes
awesome.
that
It's
means they
awesome.
have faith in him. That's
want
good.
if you want a full recap of his story, his story background,
Check out the site.
check out the site. It's MontValleyFalcons.com. Search women's soccer. Moving on to my favorite sport, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Our baseball team is running away with this season. Like people
They're
say,
playing
well,
quite well. They're playing quite well.
with 13, you're 13-8 in conference, 26-12 overall. Yeah, who's ranked number 6 in the nation? Thank you.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with the second half of the
We so
season,
bad. We made bad.
and it's the teams that you beat. It's not always
Who?
the win-loss. It's also
Yes.
who those wins came against. You know, so
We beat number 4. We beat number 4.
right. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
You beat number 4, then you turn around. No, correction. You beat number 6, then you
And-
turn around and beat number 4.
Shameless plug here
Uh-oh.
We will be broadcasting
on the
live.
24th. Come out on the 24th. Watch the last home game of the season. We're broadcasting live.
But right
We're covering the game. Plus, Falcon Fever will be live from the game.
So live. We are so live and so, current. And in fact, that it's going to be awesome. And I'm probably going to cry at one point.
Okay, well, I don't know about that.
Yes.
But unless it's out of exhaustion.
Yes.
But
Because they're going to have us running all day.
but also though, man.
like,
Well, and
it's
plus
gonna be fun.
we have the
love it.
awards that I'm going to.
That's where I've got to be, and
I-
then I've got to head out after.
Somebody's going to the Reliance.
Are you coming to
concert.
the broadcasting?
Nope.
No, you gotta leave.
I
Too bad, man.
I can go to the award ceremony. I don't really want to. It's like it's another award.
You know, they gave you the certificate, but they don't really want you there, Jordan.
No,
I know.
that
It's
letter
cold.
that
It's
said
cold.
please come.
They don't really want. They
won't
gave
be
you one because they had to. It was like,
They felt
Don't
well,
want me there. Kobe's trying to find any way to keep me away. But anyway, We digress.
All
Let's
right.
get into a real quick news
Let's go.
scan. And the main thing for importance in Montevallo, pick up the latest edition of the Alabamian, because on the front cover, given to us by my wonderful editor, and I'm not just saying that because she's my boss and I fear her, Heather Buckner. I am terrified of her. She writes a wonderful editorial about the new dining service on campus named Chartwell's. That's right, Seduxo is dead. So, pick that up. Right now it's saying Chartwell's. Pretty much it's going to stay the same, though. We're still going to have the same quality food.
Hey.
We may not keep the employee. We won't keep the employees, at least all of them.
Didn't
But-
I hear that the healthy options you'll have to actually pay extra for?
Yes, that's
They're
correct.
already.
Pick up the next edition. Pick up this
What's the
edition
point,
of the
man?
Alabamian, available
Yeah.
all over campus. Check it out and be as outraged as we are.
Yeah.
And we will be right back after this message. After this message from our local sponsors. Oh wait, we have
After
none.
this message from
Cool
the
Mo
golden
D.
age of hip hop in the 80s.
Button.
We'll be right back with Friday Game Plan.
So, Chartwell, is it gonna be any different?
No. It's pretty much the same
So
lemon.
are we keeping WoW?
Reportedly, I've heard